welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty, and as you can see, we are back with another episode of our Globetrotter challenge, and poor Piper is feeling sad. Gloomy Sims always have something to feel sad about. We have her here at the science lab. She is just trying to get some more spores collected. She has to create some vaccinations in order for us to go ahead and try to cure this infection that these Sims have in the area. So we are just gathering up these spores so that she can go to the chemical analyzer and create the vaccinations that she needs to create the vaccinations that she will use to test on the Sims to try to get rid of this infection in the area. But she is really down. She is wondering if she has what it takes to get rid of this infection. She has been struggling with collecting what needs to be collected and gathering this bizarre fruit. She feels like she has been dealing with this for weeks and weeks and weeks. It really hasn't been that long. She's actually been making pretty good progress, but Piper is just really feeling down in the dumps. She's really feeling like she doesn't have what it takes, and that is really starting to have an effect on her mood. Unfortunately, we know that Piper is prone to her gloominess, and we know that she was really struggling with this in the past when she was living in the mountains. And so, I mean, she was seeing a doctor for that. She was on medication for that. So this is not something that is new to us or new to Piper, but it is really starting to take an effect. Her depression is setting in, and she is wondering if she's ever going to be able to cure this land. And you know, she's working hard, she's creating these vaccinations, and she's like, my logic is coming up, my knowledge of this infection is getting better, but do I have what it really takes? Am I actually going to be the person that's going to be able to do this? Did they hire the right person, or did they choose the right person? I'm just causing more trouble. I'm going to let her go ahead and get herself something to drink here and take care of a little bit of her needs, and then we'll get her back to work here. But she does need a little bit of a break. But we are really hard at work. She's busting her ass basically trying to get this taken care of, because she's knowing that we are running out of time. Every day that passes, every minute that passes, really, the town is getting more and more overtaken by this infection. Every minute that goes by, another person is getting infected, and she knows that Strangerville is at a place where it is overrun now more with people that are infected than people that aren't infected. And she's really worrying about that. She knows that she is part of the reason that it is as bad as it is, because she released those spores into the area, and she's feeling quite guilty about that. She's like, you know, I unfortunately was the cause of this. I may not have been the cause of the mother plant. I may not have been the person that planted all of these plants in this area. Obviously, this didn't have anything to do with her, but she found the key card, she unlocked the door, she released the spores, and she feels responsible. And because she feels responsible, she is really taking it personal. She's got to use the bathroom really bad. But unfortunately, there's vines that she can't clear. And so we're going to have to get her to a bathroom. I don't think she's going to be able to get to a bathroom before she goes wee on herself. So, no, don't take a nap, Piper. You need to get home so you can use the washroom. Oh no, she just pissed herself. Okay, Piper. Well, now that you are disgusting, let's go ahead and get you home so that you can get a shower and get yourself to bed. She's had a really long day. She did get all the vaccinations done that she needed to get done. So now that we are back at the campground here, I'm just going to let her go ahead and get a shower and get herself to bed. And then tomorrow when she gets up, she will be able to test those vaccinations out on a couple of Sims and see if we can get some results. And if so, hopefully she'll have a little bit more information at her disposal And that will be perfect for everyone because she is created vaccinations the first go around for herself and thought that she had everything that she needed, but then she had to create more vaccinations, and so we're going to test those on the actual infected Sims and see if she can figure out more information based off that data. And hopefully after she does that, we'll have what we need. So it is the next morning here. She's just going to go ahead and grab herself a bite to eat here. And then we're going to get her busy going ahead and doing just that, working on finding some Sims that are infected, and hopefully she can test out those experimental vaccinations on some of the infected Sims in the area, and we'll be able to find out what we need to do in order to further her vaccination techniques so that we can actually get them fully cured of this infection. But in the meantime, she's just going to go on a little bit of a jog. She needs a little bit of fun, and we know that fitness is fun for Piper. So we're going to have her go for a little bit of a jog. If she comes across anyone that is infected, she probably will, then she can go ahead and test her vaccination on them, and hopefully she'll get some good data from that. But she is, as you can see, getting a nice good jog in, and she's really enjoying the morning. She's quite embarrassed from where she peed herself last night, but she's trying to relieve, any nagging thoughts in her mind of defeat or embarrassment or anything like that with this jog, and just get a little bit of fun up so that she will have herself a nice day. And she has a lot on her mind, a lot she feels like of pressure on her to make this work, and she's really struggling with the fact that she is the one that has to save this area. Well, there's a person that's infected, so let's go ahead and have her put the vaccination on to good use with this person. So she's going to go ahead and test this vaccination, and it says the vaccine seemed to cause some kind of reaction, but not completely isolate the infection. Keep testing on other possessed Sims to see how it will react. Okay, Piper. Well, you gave it a good effort, but unfortunately it didn't have the kind of results that we were hoping for. Piper is a little dismayed over that results that she got, and she's a little bit upset about that, but she's hoping that with further testing on some more Sims, she'll be able to get a little bit more conclusive data. She's going to go ahead and head herself towards the house, and she's hoping that with further testing, she'll be able to find some better data. She was really hoping that that vaccination, that she had done was going to be the way and the ticket to creating a cure for this vaccination, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case. There's another person here. We're going to try to test the vaccination out on them, and we have tested the vaccination on them, and what is the results that we've gotten? Let's go ahead and take a look and see what it says. It says the vaccination seemed to cause some kind of reaction, but did not completely isolate the infection. Keep testing on other possessed Sims to see how it will react. So we got the same results on that Sim that we got on the last one, and unfortunately that was not what Piper wanted to hear again. But we have got her here by the house, and she has spotted another Sim that is possessed, so we're going to go ahead and go test the last vaccination that she has in her possession on this last Sim and see if she can get a little bit more information. She's hoping that at some point she will be able to go ahead and get some better results. So we're going to test the last vaccination here. She's like, this has got to be my ticket. I've got to find better data. And it says, Eureka! The vaccine seemed to be isolating the infection. Head back to the secret lab to create the infection vaccine on the chemical analyzer. So this time it worked a little better. She got conclusive data that she needs, and now we're going to be able to actually create the vaccine that's going to go ahead and actually cure these Sims. So we're going to head her back over to the science lab now that she knows what it is that she needs, and we're going to have her gather what she needs to create that infection vaccination. She has everything that she needs here, so we're going to go and start creating these vaccinations on the chemical analyzer. We're going to use the key card to head her downstairs. I do believe she's going to need some fruit and spores, but we're going to take her down and see what the chemical analyzer says for her. So she's going to head on down to the chemical analyzer, and it does say that she does need 5 spore clusters and 1 bizarre fruit. So she knows that she has to once again start collecting. So we're going to have her go ahead and collect the things that she needs to create these vaccines that she's going to need. So we'll send her back outside so that she can collect what she needs from the plants. Once again, Piper is feeling pretty gloomy, pretty down, and she's feeling like she is having to start all over from scratch. You know, she has already collected these fruits and these spores so many times trying to test these theories and test these vaccines, and she's thinking to herself, I have done this so many times, and here I am again trying to collect all of these spores, all of this fruit, and once again I'm back out here again having to do the same thing over again. Why is this taking me so long to try to get this, job done? And unfortunately, this is a slow, tedious process that she's having to go through. But thankfully, she does know how to get this job done. And so now that we have gathered what we need, we're going to go ahead and create our first vaccine. We're going to come down and create that. And then she should be able to see if that's going to cure someone. And once we know for a fact that it does cure a possessed sim, then we'll be able to go ahead and create the other ones. So we're going to just go ahead and create this vaccination and make sure that it is what we need to create the cure for a possessed sim, so that we are absolutely positive this is the final resulting vaccination that is needed. So she's working really hard to create this, and we'll see what this machine has to say. So Piper has successfully crafted an infection vaccine. Okay, perfect. So we do have 1 infection vaccine in her inventory. Because of that information, she is feeling really optimistic that she's going to be able to cure someone. She does have some needs that need to be taken care of. So I am going to go ahead and send her on home, let her take care of her needs, and we'll come back. She can go ahead and craft some more things. She has come back to craft 2 more of these vaccinations, and she is feeling pretty playful. She's realized that she is finally getting somewhere. As you can see, she's feeling really good about this. She's feeling really confident. She's thinking to herself, I'm the person for this job. Her gloominess has gone away, and she's feeling like she's actually going to get somewhere. She is really happy with the fact that she is so close to a cure for this, and she's feeling like she's in the home stretch. So once we get these Sims cured, then she's feeling like we are almost done with curing this land, and she'll be able to get out of here. Little does Piper know that after she gets them cured, she has to get them on board to fight the mother plant. And I don't know how easy that's going to be for her to do. I mean, going against that big plant down in the depths of this building is quite terrifying. And just her trying to communicate with that mother plant was pretty terrifying for Piper. But for them to go head to head and try to fight that thing, I don't know if she's going to be able to get anyone on board with her to do that. But she's going to need to try to recruit Sims to fight with her against this mother plant. And it's got to be the Sims that she has cured. So, after we finally cure these Sims, she is going to have to try to recruit them onto her team to try to get them to go up head to head with this mother plant. But now that she has everything in her possession that we need to cure them, we're going to go ahead and send her on to the house. She does need to go ahead and get some food in her stomach, so we're going to send her home, let her get something to eat, and then she'll be on the mission to find some Sims that she wants to cure, and we'll be able to, at that point, see which Sims she chooses to recruit as well. So now that Piper's home, we're going to go ahead and let her get something to eat, and then get herself to bed for the evening. So she's just going to have a little bit of a chat with Roman here. She's going to tell him, "Hey love, I'm back. I had such a successful day at the lab. You're never going to believe it, but I finally found a cure for the infection that's going around. I'm getting us so much closer to being able to get out of this area. I can't wait until we're able to do that. We are so close." And he's like, "That's great news, honey." And she's like, "I know, I'm so thrilled with the fact that we are so close to getting out of here and moving on with our journey and going to the next stop. It's going to be so great." And so she is thrilled with the news that they get to soon be out of here and moving on to their next place, which is obviously going to be Granite Falls, which was where they were headed to before they got lost in Strangerville. And so they are just going to go ahead and head off to bed here, and then they will, in the morning, go find some Sims to try to cure of the infection. Piper has woken. She heard a strange sound and she saw someone outside and they were infected, and she has gone ahead and administered the first vaccination and cured the first person of their infection. And so we have now vaccinated 1 out of the 3 Sims that we needed to vaccinate, and that person is saying, "Thank you so much. I feel so much better now. I was really feeling horrible before. My head was so foggy, and now everything is all clear and I can think again. I really appreciate everything that you did to kind of clear up my mind." And she's like, "I really am so grateful." And Piper's like, "Yeah, it was my pleasure. Of course. But, I'm just wondering, I'm just curious if possibly you might want to go with me to fight the mother plant." And she's like, "Why on earth would I ever do that? I don't even know you." So unfortunately, that was a bust, and we were unable to recruit that Sim to fight alongside us. So we will probably have to, it looks like, get a little bit closer to that Sim in order for us to get them on board to fight alongside of us to go against the mother plant. It does look like we have to have a pretty good relationship with these Sims in order for them to want to fight against the mother plant, which is what I was afraid of. She is now curing our second Sim of their possessed nature and administering the vaccination to the second one here. We are going to cure her and see if we can get her to fight alongside us. She's in the military, and I'm hoping she will be on board with it. But it looks like she also is denying us and saying she also does not know us well enough to fight alongside us against the mother plant. So we are definitely going to need to make friends with these Sims in order for them to put their life on the line and for them to want to fight against the mother plant with us. So we are definitely going to need to get closer to these Sims in order for them to feel enough bravery and courage to go against the mother plant and put their life on the line. And I guess that makes a little bit of sense, because honestly, I don't know that I would want to do that either. And Piper's like, "How am I going to convince these Sims that I need their help? If they're not going to help me, I don't think I can do this." So Piper is trying to get her friendship up with them as much as she can in the short period of time before they walk away, but it is, kind of late. It's in the middle of the night, and everyone is just wanting to go to bed. They don't want to sit and have a conversation with her. But she's going to go ahead and vaccinate this last person and see if she can go ahead and cure this third person. And we have officially cured all 3 Sims that we needed to complete the vaccination of 3 Sims. So we have completed that milestone there. He's like, "Thanks so much for curing me. Bye." And she's like, "Hold on just a minute. Do you think possibly that you might want to fight alongside me against the mother plant?" And he's like, "You have got to be joking." And she's like, "Well, actually, I'm not. I would really like to know if you would fight alongside me with, the fact that I just cured you. I was just kind of hoping that you would really want to fight alongside me." And he's like, "I don't even know you. I just can't bring myself to do it." So unfortunately, he is also turning us down against fighting the mother plant. So Piper has had 3 times to cure Sims, which were all successful, and she's feeling thrilled about that. But 3 Sims have turned her down in the recruitment process. So we are going to go ahead, let Piper go home. She needs to go to the washroom really, really bad. We are going to need to recruit these Sims, and so we will just have to spend a little bit of time getting close to them, getting to know them, but I think that is going to take just a little bit more time than she has right now. She is exhausted. She needs to go to the washroom. She has needs that need to be taken care of, and that right now is a little bit more of a priority than making friends with the people that she just cured. So she's going to go ahead and take care of her needs first. And I'm going to then let her, after she gets her needs up, we will go ahead and see if we can possibly invite over some of the people that she cured and maybe work on the relationship a little bit. And if so, we can hopefully recruit at least one of the Sims, and we'll slowly work our way towards recruiting all of them so that we can meet that little bit of an aspiration. We do have plenty of time to still in this area. You know, we have all of spring to complete this mystery in Strangerville before we have to move on to Granite Falls. So we do have plenty of time, but obviously Roman would love to get out of here as much as Piper would. They both are dying to get out of Strangerville. They have had enough adventure in this area to last them a lifetime. So I think both of them are ready to move on with their lives and go on to their next adventure as a married couple. So the faster that we can move through this, the better. So we'll just get her up in the morning and let her go ahead and invite over one of her people that she has cured and see if we can make friends with them. Roman is just working on the garden here a little bit, and then I am going to let him just take care of some of his needs. He is, as you can see, doing the best he can to try to tend to himself and his needs. He tends to the garden and cooks and jogs and does things kind of just to take care of himself and his own mental health while he's alone. He spends a lot of his time alone while she's out dealing with this adventure. And that isn't really what he signed up for, but unfortunately, while we're here, that is what he has really been used to, is being alone a lot of the time. She has been extremely busy out here in Strangerville working this mystery. So Piper has, as you can see, gotten up feeling really sad. She is really distraught over the fact that nobody wanted to sign up to fight the mother plant with her. She was kind of hoping that after they were cured, they would be over the moon happy with the fact that she had cured them, and they would just all fall into step and be on board with her. But unfortunately, that was not the case. And she wasn't expecting that at all. She really, really thought that they were going to be like, "Thank you so much. You are the greatest. Yes, we will totally be on board. Of course we will." But that just wasn't how it was. And so she's going to go ahead and invite Jess over and see if she can become friends with Jess. Jess is in the military. She kind of feels like Jess is probably her best chance of getting anyone on board. Would definitely be her because she is in the military. So we're going to try to make friends with Jess first and foremost. And if we can get Jess on board, maybe we definitely have a chance with the others. But Jess is here, so we're going to go ahead and try to make friends with her. We're just going to talk about Strangerville. We are going to try to become friends with her, get to know her, and discuss some interest and things of that nature. Just have a little bit of a conversation, do a little bit of cloud gazing, and just try to become friends as quickly as we can and see if we can recruit her onto our side and see if we can get her to fight the mother plant with us. And hopefully she'll be on board. So we found out that Jess is outgoing. So we are learning some traits of hers, and she is becoming friends with us, it looks like, slowly but surely. And so I am hoping that by us becoming friends with her, she will want to join us. It says, of course I'll help you destroy the mother plant. I am all for defending Strangerville. Okay, so great. She wants to help. So we have recruited our first sim at going up against the mother plant. They have become friends and she wants to help. So that's great news. So guys, I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.